Hello everyone, this is Rohith and welcome to Mind Minutes with Santhosh. Let me start today's episode with a simple but uncomfortable question. Are we truly living our lives or are we just surviving? Think about a normal day. You wake up in the morning, you go to work, you earn a salary, you pay your bills, you feel exhausted by the weekend, and then Monday arrives and the same cycle begins again. So the real question is this life or is this just survival? Here is a brutal truth. Very often, our dreams are silently fighting against our responsibilities. On one side, there is purpose. On the other side, there is survival. And this silent conflict is hidden struggle in many people's lives. And that's exactly what we are going to talk about today. The conflict between survival and purpose. Before we go deeper, let's understand something clearly. Survival is not wrong. Food, money, security, family responsibilities, these are basic human needs, and that's why every day we go to work. We earn money, we try to protect and support our families. There is nothing wrong with that. In fact, survival is the first stage of human life. Psychology even explains this through a well-known concept, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the very base of that hierarchy are simple things: food, shelter, safety. Only after these needs are fulfilled, people start searching for things like purpose, creativity, meaning. That's why many people struggle to follow their purpose. Not because they don't have dreams, but because they are busy just trying to survive. If you look at human history, this becomes even clearer. In ancient times, survival meant hunting for food, finding fruits to eat, and staying safe in caves or shelters. Back then, survival simply meant two things: food and safety. Today, the world has changed, but survival hasn't really changed. In the modern world, survival looks like this: a job, a salary, medical care, education. When a person goes to work every single day, it's not just a job, it's a fight for survival. But then another question slowly appears. Is surviving enough? You may have money, you may have security, you may even have comfort, but one day a quiet feeling appears inside your mind. Is this really my life? That moment is the purpose question. Purpose is something that goes beyond survival. It is the thing that gives meaning to life. It answers to simple but powerful questions. Why am I living? And the truth is, purpose is different for everyone. For some people, building a loving family becomes their purpose. For others, contributing to society becomes their purpose. For some, creating something meaningful becomes their purpose. Take the example of a teacher. A teacher is not just teaching for a salary. A teacher is shaping students. They are influencing lives. They are helping create someone's future. That's what gives their work meaning. And that meaning is purpose. So what exactly is the difference between survival and the purpose? Survival is about the needs of the body: food, safety, money. Purpose is about the needs of the mind and soul: meaning, identity, contribution. Without survival, we cannot live. But without purpose, we may live, yet life can slowly start feeling empty. There is a powerful book called Man's Search for Meaning, written by Viktor E. Frankl. He was a survivor of a concentration camp, and he shared a profound idea. A human being can survive almost any suffering if they have a meaning in life. But when life loses meaning, it slowly begins to feel empty. And this is where the real conflict begins: survival versus purpose. On one side, there are responsibilities. On the other side, there are dreams. On one side, there is safety. On the other side, there is passion. This is one of the biggest conflicts in human life. From the outside, everything might look perfect: a stable job, a stable family, a predictable routine, but deep inside, a question may quietly appear: am I truly living or just existing? You're not hungry, you're not struggling, your life may even look safe and comfortable. You are surviving perfectly, but deep down, you realize something: you never really created your life. Here is another brutal truth. Society celebrates people who achieve something great, people who follow their purpose, but every day life tells a different story. Society mostly demands survival, safety, stability, security. Parents often ask questions like, do you have a stable job? Is your income secure? Is your future safe? Very rarely do they ask, "What is your dream?" And because of that, many dreams remain silent, waiting, sometimes for years, sometimes for an entire lifetime. But here is the reality: survival is important, purpose is also important. The best life is not choosing one over the other. The best life is securing survival while still pursuing purpose. Because one day, purpose is what transforms a life. So, let me leave you with one final thought. Life without money can be difficult, but life without purpose can feel empty. So don't just survive your life, design it. Because one day, each of us will face a question: did I simply live the life given to me? Or did I create a life that truly felt like mine? The answer to that question is not decided in the future. It is decided by the choices we make today. Think about it. Take care. Bye.